Working on my Chevy Cobalt SS, and today I'm going to be completely taking out the interior and pulling the carpet. Unfortunately, I've tried to clean it a few times and there's kind of a musty smell in here. It had a leaking sunroof because it needs to be, the drains need to be cleaned, which I still have to do. But in order to get rid of the smell once and for all, I'm going to completely strip out the interior, take out the carpet, and replace it with the carpet from my parts car, which is it's the middle black car, and that's a 2006 Chevy Cobalt, but it only had 45,000 miles on it, so the carpet is absolutely perfect. So let me strip out this interior and go from there. I'm going to pull the seats first. It just takes 4 bolts. So the first thing you're going to do is remove these plastic covers that go over the bolts, and then it takes a 15 millimeter bolt. So you remove 2 bolts, and then there's a track the front part fits into. So I'm going to remove these, pull the seats out. Now it's going to have 2 connectors. And as you can see, these are the tracks that the front of the rail of the seat goes into. And then here's the 2 connectors. Do the same on the other side. All right, next thing I'm going to remove is the back seat. And to remove the back seat, you push the bottom part forward as you lift up. So for the back seat, you're going to push forward as you lift up. So you're going to push forward and then lift up. And as you can see, there's 2 little hooks, one on each side, that go into this bottom part that kind of captures it. To remove the fold down back seat cushions, you're gonna have to release the back seats, and then down here in the corner you'll see this thing right here. You want to push this back, and that releases the seat cushion. That piece back. Lift up. So after you got the one side lifted up, you pull away from the center and it removes it from that little post. Both of them are anchored down by this little post right there. Here's a better look at the mechanism. So you push this part away, that releases it, and then here's the post. I am gonna have to remove the seat belt, which takes a Torx bit, and then I'm gonna remove the trim panel. So I think I'm gonna remove the trim panel next. And for this, you simply pull up, and then when you get down here, it just pulls out. Sometimes you lose these little tabs. So I'm gonna wash all these really well. Same thing on this side. Pull up. Seat belt posts take a T50 Torx bit. Now do the passenger side. This one does have a wire connected to it, so you want to make sure you don't bust the wire. Next, I'm going to start working on the center console. I'm going to remove the center armrest, the cover underneath the emergency brake, the cup holder, the side panels, get all this out. And to remove the cover underneath the emergency brake, pull up on the e-brake. Actually, that's the reason why the emergency brake isn't working. It's off half of this right here. The emergency brake was on my list of things to repair. So there's two 10mm bolts in the back, and then there's two grooves that it fits into. So now this just lifts forward. And then slips right out the back. You can see the pieces in here slip right in there. And then two 10mm bolts. Now because I'm putting all this back together, I'm just going to put the bolts right back in the spot. That way they're easy to find. Everything else I'll put in like Ziploc bags like I do when I remove an engine. Next thing I'm going to do is remove the cup holders, and then this part right here, and that just pulls up. You do have to remove the connectors for the auxiliary, and you just push down on the tab and it pulls right out. Push down on this part right here and it pulls right out. Alright, next thing I'm going to remove is these side panels, and they just pull right out. And there's one on the other side as well. This is the passenger side. So this one has clips And then it has two plastic parts that go up there. And here's the plastic pieces. Two up top. There's a couple right here. Alright, now the same thing on the other side. So it has two little hooks in the front. So after you remove all the bolts, you gotta kind of pull these out from the front and tilt up. So you pull that out and tilt up. So next thing I'm going to remove is underneath the steering wheel. There's a trim panel right below the steering wheel. And that just pulls off, and then you have to remove the wiring for the trunk release, which is pull up on that. You just pull up on this right there and it just comes right off. The carpet is almost ready to come out. All right, now I'm going to completely go through, vacuum, clean, sanitize the entire area inside this car. Remove the carpet from my parts car. And this one looks like it's in okay shape until you get to the bottom. And then you can see that so much standing water has been in there that it's literally just ate it away and really started to smell. So I don't think there's no saving that carpet. Unfortunately, I do have a good replacement, but even if I didn't, you can find these online for a few $100s. And in my next video, I'm going to be installing the one from the parts car after I clean up the entire inside. Clean and sanitize all this and be good to go. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.